What to consider before marriage. Marriage is something that is sunnah and highly recommended in our religion for our brothers and sisters, and is something that should be done and encouraged. If you're thinking about marriage, among the things that you should consider beforehand is if, number one, you are ready for marriage. A lot of people, they might rush into it, and this is something that is not correct. So, are you in the right place to get married? Are you responsible enough? Are you capable financially, if you're a man, to take care of a spouse, a wife? And similarly for the sisters, they have to be in the correct mindset when they are getting married, because it is a responsibility, and it's a responsibility Allah is going to ask you about. So once you get married, your wife has rights over you. Can you fulfill those rights? And also, once you're married, your husband has rights over you. Can you fulfill those rights? You need to consider also who you are marrying and if they are appropriate as well. And that means looking at many factors, and the main one is their religiosity, how close they are to Allah and the Deen. Because in the end, what we want is people that, we want to marry people that help us get closer to Allah Almighty. Another thing you must consider is the person, are they suitable to you? And there are many factors you can consider, including your own personal family, especially your parents. Are they happy with the person you are marrying? Too often we choose a spouse that perhaps our parents are not happy about, and this is something you have to take into consideration. Now, our parents aren't always right, but more often than not, they have your best interest at heart. This is something you must consider as well. Inshallah ta'ala, after considering all of this, the main thing you should remember is that marriage within itself is an act of worship that has been recommended by Allah Almighty in the Quran and by the Prophet in the Sunnah. And as long as you remember that any act of worship should be done according to the Sunnah of our Prophet, you will be okay in getting married, in the process of the marriage, and also in your married life, because you will always be upon the way of Allah and His Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam.